Business is an organized effort by individuals to produce and sell for profit those goods and services that satisfy societal need. Welcome to Business Talk Show on Celebration TV. My name is John Igwefue. Today we'll be talking on the preliminary stage in starting up a business. Do you have a business you want to start and you don't have ideas or you don't know what to do on or how to start this particular business? Wow, this topic is for you. Just sit down, bring out your writing materials as we take you through the stages and steps in starting up a business. I have wonderful guests today with me in the studio. But before I introduce them, we'll go on a short break, and when we are back, I'll be introducing our guest who will be taking us through this wonderful topic. Please stay with us. Welcome back. It's still Business Talk Show on Celebration TV. Like I said, I'll be introducing our guests for today. Wow, they're wonderful people. Sitting directly opposite me is Ruth Obozege, the host of Gospel Reading Unveiled on Celebration TV. You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Sitting close to Ruth is Peter Eze, host of Inspirational Sunday on Celebration TV. Peter Eze, you're welcome.
Thank you so much.
And just sitting directly by my left, I call him the director. He's a friend, a colleague, Agafi Ivan Chukuma, who is also a host of The Nexus on Celebration TV. You're welcome.
Thank you so much.
Today we're going to be talking strictly on business. So no directing, no filming. Yeah, that's my boss. Wow. Today we'll be talking on the preliminary stage in setting up a business. A lot of people have business that they want to venture into, but they don't have these ideas and steps on how to go about it. Today we'll be talking on these steps and stages on how mostly beginners can start up a business. So first of all, like I said in my introduction, I said business is an organized effort put together by individuals to produce and sell goods and services that satisfy society or societal need. That is, there must be a need before business will come up.
Exactly.
And so one of the preliminary steps which I happen to stumble into is evaluating your business idea. And there's this misconception. A lot of people are saying, before you go into any business, you first of all have capital. Why? Others are saying, no, you must have an idea first. So over to you, Chooks. What do you have to say about evaluating your business idea?
Thank you. First of all, I want to strongly disagree with the fact that the first thing you need for a business plan is your capital.
Okay.
I strongly disagree with that. I would rather, like you said, one major thing, basically, you need for a business setup at the very beginning is your idea.
Your idea, not your capital.
Not your capital. Now, for example, what is the definition of idea? A collection of thoughts and suggestions, possibly for a cause. Now, you hear people say, I understand that idea also will always have intent in it. Now, you will agree that you hear people say, I went into that job with the intent of making money. You understand?
Yeah.
I had this idea with the intent of starting a business. You understand? Not I had this capital, rather with the intent of starting a. The first thing, what rules this world is ideas.
You don't even know the business and you're already having capital.
So if first of all, okay, let us be very realistic. When you have an idea about something, you can now begin to do your research on what it will take to realize those ideas of yours, because it could be a collection of thoughts or suggestions or just one. You understand? Now, if I want to start a business, the first thing I should be able to do is to sit down and ask myself, what do I want to go into?
And so you must have knowledge of what you want to do.
Exactly.
But now, and I think I need to come in here at this point.
Okay, Peter.
Now, he's talking about idea being the priority.
Yeah, the first
But
step.
when you have an idea and there's no finance, what happened to the idea?
Miss Ruth, what do you have to say about that?
Yes, well, I'm not coming in to say finance or idea because it should be idea in the first place. And if you say finance, what exactly would you need money for? Finance cannot in any way come before the idea. It should be that, okay, when you get this money, what are you going to be doing with it? That will mean that you already have an idea. So in their arrangement, in any other, it is the idea that comes first. But then I want to talk about the steps involved in business, starting up a business. Well, for me, I do not see that it's getting the idea that should be the first thing, but instead, it should be that evaluating yourself, not evaluating the business this time. Because until you are able to sit to ask yourself questions, why exactly do I want to start up a business? Is it because I want freedom? Like I want to stop using my brains, my knowledge, my skills for making money for other persons? Is it passion I want this thing for? Do I want to get or stop going to work, say this 9 to 5 job of a thing? Is it my passion? What exactly should I start this thing up for? Is it a problem I want to solve? Not just because you have an idea or you were just passing and you saw a need for something and then the next thing you already have the capital and you venture into it. So you should ask yourself questions. Do I want to be an entrepreneur in the first place?
I think Chooks should have an answer to that.
I stand to disagree with that, Ruth.
Okay.
And this is why. It varies. If you want to consider yourself before you develop any idea or conceptualize any idea, it means you might not even go into business in the first place. Now, have in mind that a lot of people found themselves while doing what they love to do.
Okay.
They didn't just wait to find themselves before they... Now, for example, let me put it straight to you. You will not really understand how much you can handle until you begin to dream big.
Okay, what are you saying? Is it...
This is what I'm saying, Ruth.
Okay.
This is what I'm saying. There is always an advice. Dream big.
Yeah.
Yes.
If that dream of yours is not bigger than you, it means it's not a dream. Now, this is what if I think about what I can handle before I go into a business, now, for example, I could see you and I see greatness in you. I see you in such a big way. I could see your capacity in a different way of things you could handle, and I could share an idea with you. I say, well, I think you can do this.
It's an idea.
You can go into this. What do you think? You understand? Now, but you now say, okay, let me evaluate myself first. You may not rank yourself, sorry to say, not an insult though, you may not rank yourself according to the capacity I see you with.
Yeah, that's true.
So, first and foremost, finding yourself is not, you will not even think about an idea if you've not found yourself.
Now you're talking in my own direction. You are beginning to attempt to what I said. Until you find yourself in the first place, finding yourself is knowing your strengths, your passion, and the whys you want to go into anything. So it's finding yourself first.
I think the SWOT evaluation,
the strength, weakness,
has
opportunity,
to come in after the idea
has been born.
Because see, if you want to go into
that is, there must be an idea to solve a need.
Your society, the society you belong to, the weaknesses, the lapses determines your ideas. Because now, if most of us now, we are born in Nigeria. Now,
except me.
It shows.
Okay, majority of us.
Me, I'm in Nigeria.
Now,
proud.
As Nigerians, there are situations that are peculiar to us. This determines our ideas and solutions that should be created.
So that means you are saying the first should be formulation of ideas.
Yes. Before evaluating of oneself.
But using your SWOT analysis, what comes first? Strength.
Yes.
And how do you
That
do
is
that?
where
Do
you've
you do
already
strength-
gotten the idea of
No,
that
do
business.
you do strength analysis without
see,
yourself?
For example, now how do you consider your position?
Okay.
How do you consider your position?
Because there's already a business.
Yes, because there's already
Let's hear from.
business.
Let me ask you this
Chooks.
question.
Yeah.
By the time you sit down and there is something on your table, something you want to go into, have you ever sat down and while it is right there before you, have you ever sat down to ask yourself, can I handle this? Ever? Have you ever said, can I handle this? Have you ever done that?
If I can handle it, what I
Yes.
have on my table.
Now, there's an assignment before you, and that assignment, you now want to go into it. Do you just jump into it, or you sit down to ask yourself, Ruth, this is what you have before you. I know you can do it. Wait, no, it's a yes or no. Have you ever done that?
Yes, I have.
Now, that is what we are talking about.
No,
Now,
I see. It's not that way.
It takes an approach.
This is not a career we're
takes
talking
an
about.
assignment.
This is a business we are
Are
talking.
you aware that people take their business as a career?
Of course, some persons do, but then you can't venture into business before finding out that you have the strength
No,
to do
no,
When I
business.
ask, when I ask someone, what do you do, and he or she says, I am a businessman or a businesswoman, what does that mean?
No, I think at this
That
point,
is what they do. That is their career. Where I agree with you.
Look at where we're
But
getting it a little bit
mixed up.
Now, she's taking it from an angle of you going into it before now, and I
No, look at
you've
it.
not started the business.
Yes,
yet.
yes.
You see, now
You see,
every one of us.
like Chooks said earlier, you have knowledge of this business, right? So that means in knowing this business, you're also finding yourself.
No,
that means you have to do a research.
Sir,
I don't know if that's your
think-
point.
no, see,
you have to develop passion
I think
for
there's
this
a point there
business.
that-
Apart from just actualizing an idea, apart from just realizing an idea, or now you have to conceptualize it first.
Yes,
Now,
that's the beginning.
Do you know
point
that
we're
the
talking
next
about.
step is actually doing a detailed research
Yes,
on
on
it?
that
now,
business.
when we mention research, what we all see is research on the business, not on us.
So what
When we
are we
mention
saying?
evaluation of that idea, we only see the business idea being evaluated. What is evaluation? Assessment.
Okay, yes.
We only see us assessing the business and not us. Guess what? The next step, which is actually research, evaluation, assessment, doesn't take we who have birthed these ideas out of the picture.
Yeah, I think that's why you made mention of passion. You must
It
have
brings
passion.
us in.
Have passion for that.
It brings us in. Now, having passion for something is not finding yourself. It is different. Passion is what is already in you.
Yeah.
Now, Peter, when it comes to speaking in public, like being very motivational to people, it is already in you. I don't know if you understand.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go back and start finding it again. It is there. I don't know if you understand. So when you have an idea about something, it is now it's now more or less like a new challenge coming. You now go back to now reassess yourself if you are okay for that challenge. Not reassess yourself over something you do not know yet.
I think at this point.
How can you assess if you can handle a business you do not have an idea for?
Yeah.
I know stepping at this point now.
Okay,
I think the mix up here is this now. An idea, we are jumping over the stairs.
Okay.
Because now, an idea is an intention that is not yet executed.
Yeah.
Now, there are two. Now, this has not gotten to the place of documentation.
Not yet.
Not yet. This is it's the initial stage. Now, every one of us seated here, we've had ideas upon ideas.
Beautiful ones.
Very beautiful ones. But very few of them move into actualization because of the fact that very few of them has been breathed upon and translated into physical.
Let me cut you in this aspect. Betting of ideas and translating it into action. I think that should be our next step. Yeah. Well, let's go on this short break, and when we are back, discussion continues. back. It's still Business Talk Show on Celebration TV. I guess it has been so interesting. Wow. Well, evaluate your business idea. In doing that, you do a research, you have knowledge of the business you want to go into, and develop passion for that business. Quickly move to the second step, which is drawing your business plan. We're meant to understand that drawing your business plan, business plan is a written document that contains how the business will be either financed or operated. And what do you have to say about that, Peter? Drawing a business plan. You already have this idea. Now the next thing is to, like you were saying, put it into action. So I think drawing your business plan is making your idea come to reality. So what do you have to say
Now,
about that?
planning is
The root is already smiling. She has something now.
Plan is everything.
Yeah.
Now, no matter how much you have about your idea, how beautiful it is, how well constructed it is. Now, when it's not planned effectively, nothing can become physical. Now, we seated now, we all have dreamed about something big, business-wise, career-wise.
Yeah.
But the truth remains that only few come into actualization. Why? Because only few are planned. Now,
put these
now,
ideas into writing.
now, planning is of two. Now, one has to be documented and one has to be mentally done.
Okay.
Now, there are various issues we have into business that people that are going to business have. Now, sometimes some persons plan but do not document their plans. Now, the truth is, the major reason for documentation is that you can,
like a guide.
yes, you can always revisit.
Like a reminder.
Yes, and also, as you have to also understand, as the business grows, you have to also
Update it.
upgrade your plans.
Let's hear from it. I think she's also having fun.
Well,
like, because we're told drawing your business plan is documenting this idea you already have, putting it into writing, how this business is going to be, who are the board of directors, how is it going to be financed and all that. So I think you have something to say on that.
Yeah, on a business plan, you ask me, it's putting in writing
Yeah.
the start to the finish of the product
Wow.
of your
The
business,
start
the
to the
start to the
finish.
finish. There are processes that will be involved. What problem is your business going to solve? Is it going to complicate the norms of business processes, or is it a faster one? Is it cheaper? Is it more accessible and richer to the end users? What is my business going to be doing? The capitals involved. Is it a sole business? Am I going into partnership? Is it a partnership? Is it what's the other one again? Is it limited, PLC, corporate, and a host of them? Which exactly am I going for? So your business plan is just putting in a nutshell, summarizing everything you want to do with it, with your business in documentation.
Now, when you talk about,
Let's hear from
I
you.
think
Who is a
I-
director?
I think
Let's
I have
see
a
if you
different,
can narrow a hand
opinion.
on that.
Yes. When you say start to finish, I start to also again disagree. I believe in continuity.
You know there are some business that
Yeah, so
like
if you
I
say-
think
if
we
you
have
say a
something
short
like
term,
joint venture.
Of
No,
course.
Once
no,
the-
see,
if you want to
Like Peter
now,
said.
if you want to
No.
be specific
no, see,
about start to finish, it means you are saying I want to do a business for the duration of 4 months, of 6 months.
Yeah,
You know,
we have kind
no,
of business.
no,
Not
with
that's
that.
to the
business,
end
joint
of
venture.
the business.
Business.
Like if you produce stocks, for example, you should be able to say, okay, after this process is this process is this process, outlining the processes involved
I
in
think you have
your
made yourself
product.
clearer now. Because
Okay,
your
you got
previous
it
definition
now.
was the plan
No,
is
not
a
the
written
end of the business.
document of
Yeah,
the
because
the
the
product.
business doesn't end.
The product.
That's not
Some
Like
does.
This is a
process
continuous
of
process.
No, some does. Like we have joint ventures.
I correct you,
I can
Peter.
come into a joint agreement with you to execute a particular business, and at the
For a
end
period
of
of
that,
time.
yes, at the end of
Yes.
that business, we share the profit and everybody takes.
Yes.
It's
It's
a
not the
not
business.
all
We have
business
actually
does
identified
not
and solved
end.
the problem.
Actually,
Some die perpetually.
no,
because
see,
you know.
it's a business that is not productive and effective that dies.
If you say dice, I think.
See, a business.
But when you
no,
say,
see,
business
I
does
think-
not end.
No,
Yeah,
what
business
I
end.
think is this. What I think is this now. mention is this: is the products of the services, production of the services or product to be rendered. That she's talking about.
Yeah, she's saying
Now,
processes,
from the
ideas,
beginning,
the financial
yes.
obligations.
So when it
operating
gets to the
sections,
end user,
how you pay salary,
yeah,
and all that.
that's
That's
what
what
she. Because the truth is this now: every business has an initial idea,
yeah.
but as the business grows, those ideas also develops with time.
Okay.
Now, for example, initially, Coke never started with an intention of reaching the whole world.
I think you mean Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola, yes, Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
You don't want people to misunderstand when you say
Coca-Cola. Not Coke as in Coke.
Yes.
No,
What's
Coca-Cola.
Coke?
Now,
Is it not the Coke we know?
no,
I don't think so.
no. Now, Coca-Cola now didn't start with reaching over the world, but now it has 1.2 billion users, which is more than 10% of the whole world. Now, apart from the gospel, I think it is stated that Coke's gospel sells more than any other gospel in the world. Now,
Yeah.
why? Because now, as the year goes by, they also develop their plans for advancement. Because now they know they have greater reach. And even today, they develop other products under Coca-Cola.
But also, see, but Peter, this is my point exactly. I'm not saying that ideas and plans do not change or do not upgrade as time goes by. But yeah, are you also aware that there are businesses that begins as a result of economic influence? And
Please,
say again, businesses are, they begin because of economic. For example, when we have fuel scarcity, people take gallons and begin to sell fuel.
Yes,
Yes.
But when fuel prices goes back to normal, what happens? It ends. It's not because the business did not yield or produce. The economy actually influenced that decision.
But
You understand? So I'm just making you understand that when you say there are particular businesses that you have a start and a finish plan for it.
okay.
You say, okay, I am beginning here, I am ending here. Or I am beginning and as time progresses, my plans will begin to upgrade. It is now a long-term business.
Plan,
It's not short-term. For I would say I want to do a particular business for 4 years, for 5 years, for 6 years.
Of course, we have a short-term
And
plan,
then I say, okay,
medium-term plan,
after then,
long-term
I think I'll go into
plan.
something else. But let me give this a try for 6 years.
Yeah.
You understand? I will draw a plan that will carry me for that length of a time. But when I say I want to do a business that I want to make it a more or less like an empire, where even generations to come from my loins will go into such business, then I can now sit down to do a proper and detailed plan. Why I'm making this point clear is so that we are here to enlighten our viewers.
Yeah.
So that they know that the plan that they intend to set up for their business is as a result of the business they want to do.
Yeah.
So you do not end up doing a short-term
Plan for a long-term
business. But it will crash.
But it's ideal that our business have continuity.
It depends on kind of business.
It depends.
Yes,
That's what
because
it depends.
see, most business that are yielding greater returns are business that could be stretched over time.
Like, do you know, with time, bottles will no longer be in use.
And that is why.
So somebody that is already thinking of going into a bottling company now.
That is why most businesses now, if you see, there is what we call a transformational process in business.
Yeah, exactly.
For example, now some persons, for example, what they call it, Mr. Biggs, he started with a few products, just food, but today has developed into other products like snacks and the rest of them. Now, why? Because as the proprietor saw that he had more competitions, because earlier we spoke about SWOT, we speak about the strengths, the weaknesses, opportunity and threats. Now, when the situations that arises determines the stretch or the advancement of your businesses,
yeah, I
which
get
will
your
also
point,
help.
but what Chooks want us to understand is don't draw a short-term plan for a long-term
Long-term
business.
business, it will crash.
And don't draw a long-term plan for a short-term business. Yes, I
Understand
think
the business
that's
idea.
the point.
And when you said there are businesses that comes for the season, like you mentioned,
seasonal business.
yes, of course. That is why you have to first of all know what the society needs.
Yes, there must be a need.
There must be a need.
Yes.
The start of a business is not I have enough money, I've saved enough, or I want to.
That is
do
why
this.
he said evaluation of idea.
Evaluating.
You see, so not just having the money.
No,
There must be
not
an
having
idea
the
to
money.
solve a need.
There was a problem you want to solve.
That's
with
But
what
your
finances is critical.
Oh, we'll come to that.
Of
we'll come
course
to that,
it
we'll come
is.
to that. Oh, wow, so interesting. The first is evaluate your business idea, while the second is draw your business plan. The third we'll be looking at is having a business structure. What kind of business you want to go into? Is it a sole proprietor, one-man business? Is it a partnership business, a joint venture, or limited liability company as INT'L? Now, having a structure that your business will follow. Mr. Chooks believes more on structure, so I think.
Yes, I think I do.
You already have this idea,
Yes.
you're putting it in writing, so how do you intend
Structure. I think if I
Is
if
it
I
a
would.
big one-man business, partnership?
Okay, now this is where we'll start from. Structure. Things you put in place that helps even your business run on its own.
Yeah.
You understand? Now, if I go into a business because I am, in quotes, passionate about it, and I do not put structures in place, what happens? There's a fantastic. There's a famous quote that says, "You are not a success until you have a successor." That is to say, if you set up a business and you do not put a structure into place to make it run, which means the moment you are out of town, you are not around, you have disappeared, it means the business automatically dies.
I think Peter was saying something on that.
Yes.
When you said continuity.
Yes.
I think in accounting we call that separate entity concept.
Yes,
You should treat a business
as a separate entity.
Yeah, should
Different
be
from the
Yes.
owner.
Yes,
One amongst the structure that
Yes.
must be in
should be
place
different
first.
from the
And
owner.
I think that
And even if you are not around, even just put in structure. Okay, it's a one-man business. You still put in structure in place that even when you as the proprietor is not around, that
It
is
runs.
just-
I think
Yes.
that's a
If
major.
it's a partnership, you enter into a partnership agreement,
No.
put a structure that even as the board of director or the chairman, even when you're not around, of course we have active partners and all that, even sleeping partners,
Yeah.
we have financial partners, those that just contribute money,
Yeah.
they don't even want to know how the business.
Stakeholders.
Now Truth is saying the structure now put in place helps the business to continue. Do you agree with that?
Yes, very well. We already said all of that if you want to do everything by yourself, there is no way it works in the first place. Only a greedy man wants to say, I can sweep, I can cook, I can do all of this, and that is what the services I render. Even, what do I say now? There is no business, but there is nothing, even in the office. There is no way because Peter can edit, he can shoot, he can think, he can create content, and he wants to do everything all by himself. It's all division of labor. You have to have persons that you trust with some responsibilities and then give them the roles. Even if you think they are not so capable of it, we all grow in what we do. So there's no way you can do everything all by yourself. Set up structures that will work behind you, whether you are there or not. And that way you will be helping yourself because you have less to worry and think about while the money is coming to your own wallet.
Now, I think structure is quite important in the initiation of an idea. Do you know why? Because how you begin a business or anything at all determines how well it lasts. And the major challenge we face now in every business now, there's a saying that out of every 10 business, just one survives.
Yeah.
And
We're putting a change to
yes,
recently.
now this is as a result of the lack of plan, structure. Now, when a business sets up and there's no initial structure, over time, the business suffers. Wow, this is how far we can go, and still I see you again on Business Talk Show. My name is INT'L John. Thanks for staying with us.